like those are personal journaling exercises, you know, and I wrote those for myself. But I wanted to share my answers to those questions with you guys because, yeah, like when I say I'm looking for, you know, like an advisory team, kind of like really what I mean, like I want to make sure that I have a couple other men who are generally well grounded, who are keeping me well grounded, you know. So let me know, like I wanted to share those things with you. Like, yeah, I go delve into my big crazy fears, and we've talked about that I think a bit on the group call already. But I wanted to put that stuff out there to you guys at least, and just be honest, you know, just be transparent. Like, this is who I am. Like, I'm trying to, like, I don't think I'm going to broadcast that to the world, but I want to be like 100% clear and vulnerable with you guys about like where I am, what I stand for, what I've been through, and kind of at least give you the framework for, yeah, like what my perspective is on where I want to take this whole community and why, really the why underneath it, right? And so, you know, there's some shit that happened to me back in 2017 that almost literally destroyed me and made me want to not exist anymore. And my brain fell apart and my world fell apart. And that was, I don't know, it is some, like, I get it. It's very overwhelming to talk about pedophilia and, you know, the worst, darkest, most evil shit that exists. So like, there's not a lot of people who want to discuss that, but I need to tell somebody. And at the like, I guess at the root of this community, yeah, I don't want to base my whole story on that and just be stuck on that and talking about that all the time. But you guys, like, I need someone to air that to, if you understand.
Do you actually meet that person?
Not in person, no. But I mean, if you're asking, I mean, so what? The short.
When I read that, I could not believe. Like, I can't even comprehend.
Basically, they were one degree of separation away. I'll put it that way. Gotcha. 1 degree of separation away. And yeah, I encountered video of what that person did, which I didn't ask for, and I did not go looking for, and I didn't make any Google searches for. I was not on the dark web, but somehow it fell in my lap. And unfortunately, I saw at least video, you know, with my own eyes of some horrible, like just the most unimaginable, literally evil. Like at that moment, I knew evil was real, you know, and that's probably, you know, I've been talking kind of, yeah, about my faith a little bit more, and I'm not trying to like push that on anyone, but I do want to, I'm trying to grow to the place where I'm comfortable, at least being open about it. And, that was like a defiant, like at first it destroyed me. Yeah, it tore me apart. It made me so, especially because I had it was like, Chris was what, 2.5, 3.5 about at the time. Yeah, and then we did literally have an incident with like a stalker, you know, around, I can't remember if that was before or after. And, you know, at least there were whispers going around. We were in Chiang Mai at the time. There were at least stories in our network of kidnappings and stuff. Like, it was so weird. It was just like all these things all happening all at once. And the fact that, yeah, like I witnessed that horrible thing, and it was someone involved was someone that my wife grew up with, or, you know, in her network. And yeah, then there was things going on in her hometown, and, you know, we had to be back in there. That was the scariest part too. Is like, they had to be back here in the Philippines for a period of time, and I was away from them, and, you know, I was just driven into this, yeah, like basically this crazy paranoia, I guess. You know, yeah, becoming a dad and seeing horrible things like that, and it was like what I saw was a high production value, and it appeared to me like there is a whole procurement chain set up for doing these horrible things, and there must be someone out there who's paying to watch, you know, and So my mind, like, yeah, sorry to put this on you guys, but I just smiled because it made me,
talk
when I
about it.
saw it and I realized like this is real. It's like you hear about this, or it's like, in horror movies, right? But I was like, this is real, and like it's so real that like it's very close to my circle. Like
Yeah,
it's
I get it.
and it became like, yeah, like wow, like how I just didn't trust anyone, and I didn't really know who I could talk to about it, and it was like, there's a worldwide organization. There is, like, to talk about the conspiratorial stuff. Like, I don't want to dwell on that stuff, but it's like there is some truth there. There is some worldwide organization that is doing just the most evil things you can think of, and it's like, whoa, it broke my mind, and yeah, it took me a while to recover. But again, YouTube
I read that. I read both those articles.
about this. It's starting to
I was
mess with my bandwidth.
I was shook.
What was that, Rico?
I said I read both those articles that you sent. I was shook. Like, I was shook. Like, I couldn't even fathom. I've seen a lot of shit in my life. Trust me. I've seen a lot, but nothing, not even nothing like that. Nothing. So yeah, I was pretty
well,
shook.
and it's like, the reason why I guess it's like there's something inside me keeps saying, it's like, you need to share, you need to open up, you need to tell your story. That's what the voice keeps telling me, and it has been from the beginning, but I don't know how, and so, like, I'm sorry, I'm kind of like grasping in the dark. It's like I'm trying to figure out how to do it, because I know that, yeah, it's so much, that particular thing is so much for the average person to handle. I'm not trying to traumatize anybody, but it's such a major part of like what drives me, like when I saw that, that gave me, like, first it broke me, and yeah, there was a point when I was like, fuck this, fuck everything, I'm out of here. Like, I don't even want to be part of this game with humanity. I lost my faith in humanity. But then somehow I started to rebuild, and it took ages, and it was just excruciating. But now, like, when I look back, it's like, it is like this central thing that drives me, and it gives me more. I know that maybe not to that degree, but so many people are impacted by trauma like that, or just the fact that evil like that exists. I mean, it touches us all, I'm sure, in big ways or small ways. But that's the thing. Like, the fact that I absolutely know, beyond the shadow of a doubt, I've looked the fucking devil in the eyes, I've fucking wrestled him for quite a considerable period of time. Like, that's what drives me to, like, want to inspire people, I guess, and like to share as much of the process as I can of like what I believe will help just about anyone, piece themselves back together, build themselves up to be strong in the face of adversity. And so that's why, like, part of me, I know I need to find a way to share some of that stuff and open up about, like, some of the adversity I've faced, some of the major fears that I've had. But also, I'm like, hoping with your guys' guidance, like, keep me grounded, because it's with that level of stuff, it was easy to spiral off into near insanity, and I'm not trying to scare people away, that's for sure, but I'm trying to empower people, So that's why I need you guys, to help guide me in that sense, if that makes sense. I hope
that makes sense. So, and I'm willing to help with that sort of conversation too.
Talk, Cody, I'm here.
Well, I really do appreciate having you guys along for this. I'm sorry, it makes me pretty intense at times, but I'm a fucking man on a mission. It's like in a way it is. It's like this good and evil crusade in my mind, but it's like I also need to not go like cult leader about it or anything. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. But I do. I think that, like, in many ways, it's like we need to. This is, there's a lot in the world that needs fixing, and I think it's like everyone needs to do it for themselves, and it starts within. And if I can help get that ball rolling, then I'm gonna do it. So
Awesome. Good.